What's up guys, I'm Eddie here. I'm gonna bring you a little tutorial today. I'm gonna show you how to do the wireframe effect, which I've gotten so many requests from this. If you don't know what is wireframe, it's this cool effect where which kind of shows the some somewhat called like edges of textures. So you're gonna need COD for PC to do this. And you can just if you haven't bought it and you don't got it, you don't have to buy it. You can just download it because you don't have to get online when you're doing this. And the other program you're gonna need is 3D Repair DX. It's a free download. I'll give you a link in the description. So yeah, first up, I'm just gonna demonstrate this with a quick LCFX cinematic. I'm just gonna first record the cinematic without the wireframe. Just gonna execute my movie config now. Strike. Oh yeah, just gonna load up Mod Warfare first. Strike, okay. Then slash do map. MP crash. I've already done my LCFX camera path, so I'm not gonna show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. You can just look up a tutorial on YouTube. Just waiting for Teams to be ready. Just gonna exec my config again because you, for some reason, need to do it again. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do a little my cinematic here. Alright, the cinematic is done. Just gonna quit Cut 4, and actually now at this point I'm just gonna have to render this out quickly. I'm just gonna I'll just render it quickly and get back to you. Alright, so I rendered out the cinematic without the wireframe. Now I'm gonna do the wireframe thing. So now you're gonna open 3D Repair DX, and when you first time open it, you need to locate your COD 4 multiplayer executable file. So you just browse here and you go to the COD 4 folder and select iv3mp.x, and make sure you tick capture all shaders and textures, and make sure you know what is your wireframe mode key and disable textures key. Now I'm gonna have to change disable and textures key and wireframe mode key because I'm gonna if I press F10 cancel studio stop recording, and F11 it pauses recording, so I'm just gonna do F1 and F2 here. And now you click launch, and it launches COD 4, and you don't need your movie config when you're doing this, so I can just load up Mod Warfare and go straight to do map. And just a note, your COD 4 is really laggy when you launch it through 3D Repair DX. The program itself is kind of heavy program. As you can see, my COD 4 is like now hanging up. So yeah, it's really laggy, especially because I'm recording at the same time, so I should be a bit better in a bit. Alright, so just waiting for this warm up here. Alright, now I'm gonna do /cg underscore draw 2D and put it to 0. Gets rid of all the 2D stuff on your screen. And now you're just gonna hit your disable textures and wireframe key. Mine will be F1 and F2. And as you can see, now we have the wireframe thing. Don't worry that it's all black and gray. We're gonna fix that later. So now I'm just gonna do my cinematic work again. Okay, it's done. So now I can quit COD 4. And now I'm just gonna have to render that out quickly. Just do this usual stuff. If you don't know what I do there, just check out my movie making tutorial on my old YouTube channel. CBI. tutorial cinematic wireframe. Okay, let's go render it out, and while it renders, I'll open After Effects. Okay, it's rendered out now. Now it's starting After Effects. I don't know if you can do this on Sony Vegas. I think one of my friends said that he saw somebody doing this on Sony Vegas, but I personally don't know how to do this in Sony Vegas, so I'm gonna do it in After Effects. Okay, so you wanna import both of your clips in After Effects. Import files, and go to desktop, and find them there. Open them, drag them to new composition, single composition, and here we see no wireframe and wireframe. You're gonna put the wireframe on top. Makes it a lot easier. So now what you need to do is you need to kind of like line up these, because you see there's both exactly the same cinematics, so I'm just gonna line up them with each other. So I'm gonna lower the opacity of the top track, and so I can kind of see the both. So now you just find like a good key point where you want to kind of like line them up. So I'm gonna use these barrels here to try to line this up, and I'm just gonna move this a bit. Of course, it's never you never get like a perfect lineup, but just do it as good as you can. I'm kind of confused here. I'm gonna find another frame rather than just do it here and do it with the sign. If I can find the sign, no. I'm gonna still use the barrels. Alright, that is pretty good one. Yeah, that's the best I can get with these cinematics. So you can see these barrels are kind of like lined up with the wireframe thing and the regular thing. So now what you're gonna do is you wanna go to the wireframe layer and go to effect, color correction, and CC toner. Now you're gonna wanna put the highlights to black, midtones to black, and shadows to white. So now when we put the opacity back to 100, you see we have the wireframe thing here. So yeah, to make it look a bit better, you can go to effects, stylize, and add some glow to it. Makes it kind of look good. Just play around with threshold, radius, and intensity. I usually do this like intensity 2 and lower the threshold a bit, and put some radius on it. Alright, now it looks kind of cool. So now we're gonna have to keyframe the opacity, because we don't want the whole cinematic to be on wireframe. So I'm just gonna do like a little like pulse here at this point. So on this point I'm gonna put it to 0 and put a keyframe there, and at this point I want it to be all the way up to 100, and again at like this point back to 0. Now, so now it goes somewhat like this, as you can see. It kind of fades in and fades out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna render this out, and composition, add to render queue. Actually, I'm just gonna delete this and add a color correction on this one. On this no wireframe thing. Split looks. I'm gonna use this, and now I'm just gonna add to add it to render queue, and I'm just gonna render this straight to MP4. And I'll just use like 10 bitrate on it. Oh no, I'm just gonna use lossless. Just gonna render AVI. Alright, and output to Cinematic Wireframe final, and hit save and render. So now it's rendering, and now that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you the final product on the end of the video. Hope you guys find this useful, and comment if you have any problems with this. I'm glad to help you. If you need help on how to use this on actual demo files, then just ask me and I'll explain it. It's kind of tricky, but you can do it. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye.
Sometimes I don't know where we're going. Sometimes I feel your ship be crawling.